recently saw a post on one of the user groups, Solid Edge University 2004 Design Challenge. Premise was that Rick Mason has made a mistake and he's put in the wrong code, selecting 61 instead of 62, and that then needs to be modified. So we have the first stage, revise the split clamp to the new sizes, change the cap screws, and then adjust the tapped holes in the manifold block here. So the differences are just mostly just dimensional changes, and we need to go through and just make those changes. So we can use either ordered or synchronous, but we'll need to sort of work through and work out what is the best option. The assembly is made up of a number of components. We need to modify the manifold block and the split flange, and then replace the cap screws. So we'll start by going into the split flange. We'll do this from the assembly. I'm going to use Control Q to hide the rest of the assembly, and we'll see that we've got a part copy in here. So this is an imported model, most likely, but it's got a warning on here, so we'll go to Inspect and hit the Optimize just to clean up and make sure that there's no duplicate information. Another thing that I can see from here is that we've got some sort of complex areas coming in here, and these rounds are just going to cause problems. If I was modeling from scratch, I would put these on the ordered side of the modeling. So to start off with, I'm going to remove them. So Shift and Space takes me into the selection manager, and then I can go equal radius and it'll pick up all of those at the same time. Hit the space bar to come out of that, and then I can just hit the delete key. And we've also got a couple of 2mm rounds on here and one in here. So just because of where it sits, I'm just going to remove those. What I can also do is I've got a hole in here, so let's just go back and do a hole recognition. Fix it up, okay. I'll come back and change that later. So now let's look at some of the dimensions on this model, because I'll use those dimensions to edit the model later. So we want to go tangent to get the outside edges on here to get the overall width. Then if I go back to Smart Dimensions and that turns off the tangency, I can then go hole to hole to give a distance here, and I also want a distance on that area there, and then we'll have a height from the coordinate system on there. So you can see what our sizes are, and you'll see that by, say, picking up on here and here, just holding the Control key down to select that extra face, design intent is on. If I pick on the plane of the steering wheel, it allows me to move it out and up and whatever. So I want to get sort of roughly where we want it to be. I can then escape out of there, and we can edit these dimensions. So this one wants to be 81, and I'm going to lock this one because when I change the hole, that's likely to change. Then if I add in the change on this, 67.6, we can just lock that in. And then this one here is going to change. If I go down into the text box, you can see that it's changing it. If we go down too far, we're going to lose our dimension at the bottom there because the height here is wrong. So I'm just going to raise that one up a little bit just to give me my ability to edit this one. So this one wants to be 57.15 and this one is 13.89. So that gives me my changes in that orientation. I can also go over to the hole. You can see that it's a 10.75. So this one here wants to be 13.5 and this one here wants to be 12 mil. So we'll adjust that in. Then we want to maybe look at some of the heights. So start by changing this value here, 19.84, and then I can add in some extra dimensions. So smart dimension for this height here, making sure that we adjust downwards. So we'll change the arrow direction. You can see the blue face highlighting, so that wants to be 9. Then we can add in a dimension between here and here, and again we'll go back to smart dimension and change it to tangent, and we want to go from here to here. And you can see that height. So where we want to be is we want to adjust the overall height of it. This value here wants to be 24 and 33. I'm just going to exit out of there. I want to select the top face here, hold the control key down and select this one as well. This one gets managed through the coplanar relationship. So we just need to move this one up 8 mil. And then if I hit the escape key, I can then adjust this one up to be 33 mil. So from here, we want to then reapply the rounds. So if we go back, transition to ordered, and go into the round command, we can then select these edges. This one would be 0.8. I hit the tab key, that allows me to stay within the command, and I can go around and pick up all the relevant edges. And then we want the 2 edges down the side here. Right mouse click to accept, preview and finish. And then we've got 2 more rounds to add and 1 more in here. This wants to be 2. Right mouse click to accept, preview and finish. And that saves, completes that change to that model. Step 2 is to replace the cap screws. So that's just a simple replace operation. And we want it onto the 716, and you'll see that that changes and the pattern changes. So all good on that. So the final stage is to modify the block here. Now this one has been done in ordered, so it's a little bit more confusing. Notice on here there's a sketch that's been hidden, and that's got the position of the holes on it. So if we edit the profile on that, and you can see that we've got central hole, then dimensions to the hole positions. So we can just adjust that, and height wise This one wants to be 27.78. Now we just need to make sure that that's centralized. Looks as though it should be. So we'll accept that change in the sketch, and that will adjust the hole positions. Then we have the flange fixing hole. So if we go and edit definition on there, go into options, this needs to be 716. Just change the type to NC inch, and this wants to be 716 UNC, and we'll make that so about half an inch, and go OK, and you'll see that the change is applied. So we can go finish and close and return, and we should see that now all matches. So for example, we could go and just check that all aligns up, and you'll see that we've got the holes aligning, the bolts aligning okay. So that completes this edit.